problem is going to keep growing unless we do something quite fundamental about stopping it.
We haven't seen a problem like this until you go back to the big epidemics that swept through Western civilizations in the 14th century and before.
Over the period of the last few years, we've established a number of dialogues with associated companies to try and find a link between profitability and public health.
The partnerships like the one that we have established with NHS and Oxford are going to be role models for future partnerships, which is going to lead to better public health.
I think we're providing a very exciting template that is likely to be replicated in a variety of other settings around a variety of other diseases.
We've just had a whole day dialogue on economy and the link between how economy influences health.
If it becomes the domain of just the academics, or just the pharmaceutical companies, or just governments, it won't work. But I think it's the fact that we're bringing all those together that gives it the strength.
I think as we move into the coming years, this kind of partnership is a crucial mechanism for lobbying and bringing the issues to bear.
Government, consumer groups, health organisations brought together with retailers and the industry to decide how best children's diet can be improved.
Bring in the best partners in the world, regardless of where they come from, with one major goal. Let's tackle the problem of chronic diseases, not from the rhetoric, but from action.
You need a resolution, you need a strategy, you need national plans. And that serves as a good basis for action. There's no substitute for action.
Our plans is to make sure that all the work groups are up to speed, that they're running and that they're producing results so that we'll be able to present back at the next meeting in September in Oxford, and to really show that this was the start of something really important and substantial.
This project is going to help to socially mobilize the communities, that they get an insight about their health, and once they get an insight, then they are going to mobilize their own resources.
It's extremely important to engage the youth. It's much easier for them to change lifestyle than to try to change your lifestyles when you're 75.
When I honestly saw the seriousness of type 2 diabetes, what can happen because of that at such an early age. Is it child abuse? Not at the moment. Do I think it's child abuse? Yep. The damage on the inside, we might as well put cigarette butts out on the kids. The one thing that will make the biggest movement is school lunches. Fact. And you know, most of the paediatricians I spoke to just said, you know what, if you can get that school dinner right, I won't see that kid.
Obesity is going to be a problem not just for the developed world, but right across the world. For the individual, it will probably shorten their lives, it will increase the risks of getting diseases like diabetes, heart disease, several forms of cancer. So it quite literally is a life-threatening problem. One of the key functions of the Alliance is to create a clear vision for what can be done, to set out a strategy as to how that vision could be delivered, and then pull together the sort of networks and partnerships that will make it all possible.
And we can produce outcomes, I believe, that no other single constituency can produce. And we should focus very much on our ability to work together and collaborate and to try and change the frame in which this debate on chronic disease is operating.